Welcome everybody, Namaste. So today we're going to do a complete practice. We're going to do some breathing exercises to strengthen our breath, our lungs, and how we use our breath. And then we're going to do some of the key poses that help our mobility, but also moves the energy around the body so we feel nice and stretches the shoulders, the back, the hips. Very, very powerful poses. So let's do the Om together. Close the eyes. Imagine you're everywhere now. Take a deep inhale. May all beings be happy and free. And may all beings enjoy this practice to our senses. So let's begin with a three-part breathing. So it's very important to learn how to use our lungs to their full capacity. Because the lungs bring the energy into the body, and then it helps quiet the mind if our breath becomes calmer. So one of the nice things is to learn how to breathe into your stomach, the lower lobe of your lung. Then we start to inhale the chest, the second lobe, and then we bring it all the way up to the throat here for the upper lobe. And if we breathe through all three, you'll feel really nice. You'll notice when we do this sound breathing second, you'll notice maybe that you have a little bit more breath. So let's give it a try. You're going to inhale through your stomach, so imagine the stomach's expanding. And then you exhale through your stomach. We'll get used to each part of the lung first. So inhale, expand your stomach. And then exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, expand your stomach. And then exhale. Good. Now this time, as you inhale, expand your chest region. So you inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale your chest. Expanding. And exhale. One more. Inhale, expand the chest. And then exhale. Now the last one is using the upper lobe, which most of us don't use at all. So your lungs are going to come up, but you're going to bring them all the way up like to your throat. And then exhale. Again, let's do it together. Inhale, all the way up. Right to the top here, and exhale. Two more. Inhale, upper lobe. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, bring the chest all the way up to your throat. It's as if you can't put another drop in, and exhale. Now, let's do the fun part. So we're going to bring it all together. So you're going to inhale, expand the lungs, you expand the chest second, and as the breath gets to its maximum, you bring the chest up to meet your throat. Okay, so let's give it a try. Inhale first through the belly. Inhale. Up through the lungs, expand. All the way up to your upper lobe, to the throat. Hold it there for a second. Exhale, back out the same way, going down each part of your lobe. Again, inhale through the belly, expand the belly, then the chest, all the way up to the upper lobe, and then release the upper lobe to your chest, to your abdomen, let all the air out. Let's do it one more time. Inhale through your stomach, expands, lungs, upper throat, all the way to the top. And then back down the same way, out to the upper lobe, to the middle, out through the stomach. And then just breathe normally for a few breaths. So it's very important to be aware of how we breathe. So too often in our lives, we breathe very fast. And when you breathe fast, it creates tension, the mind becomes more active, and you also burn a lot more energy. So by learning this three-part breathing and understanding to breathe into the belly, it releases stress. Breathing into the upper lobe, even up to the upper lobe, you start to really flood the body with as much oxygen as it needs. And also, you'll start to slow your breath, slow your thoughts, and then you'll conserve energy. So it's very, very powerful. So if you can, try and do this at least once a day, maybe do it 2 or 3 times, maybe 5 times. And you'll start to notice then you'll breathe through your belly, through your lungs, and use your upper lobe instead of breathing in very small breaths. And then you'll start to breathe a little bit slower. And this will help conserve your energy so you can use it in your active day. The second breathing today is sound breathing. So now we've kind of got lots of oxygen in the lungs and the blood. Sound breathing is one of the most powerful practices. I love it. It's one of the best you can do. It's so easy. So sometimes you may feel a bit sluggish like this. You may feel a bit depressed. If you do the sound breathing, it brings everything back to as it should be, and then you'll feel a lot better from within. So the way this one works is you're going to bring all the attention to below your navel, and it's the color red. So you're going to bring all the attention below your navel, the color red, and the sound is ah, mouth really wide. The second one is going to be around your chest and heart region. This is the color green, and it's you. You want to feel the vibration there. For your thyroid and throat, so, blue. For your nasal passages, your eye sockets and ears, another shade of blue, and the sound is E, so big, broad smile with your mouth. Your brain region is sun, like sun in the sky. So your tongue rests on the roof of the mouth. You can even feel it vibrating there. Loads of psychic channels there. Sun, indigo. And then the crown of your head is sum, lips together, like the end of the Om. And this is violet for mental sharpness. And the beautiful thing about sound breathing is all these colors are all captivated in the Om itself. So we're doing them individually to help move the energy through the body. But eventually, you just do the Om and you'll hit all of them. So the first one we're going to start with today is Ah, remember? Red, all the attention below the navel, feel the vibration. Loud and long, as loud as you can do it, as long as you can do it, okay? So exhale completely, take a deep inhale. Second one, chest region, your heart and lungs, color green. The sound is you. Again, feel the vibration there. Deep inhale. You. Let's do the throat region now, your thyroid, color blue. The sound is so. Again, feel the vibration there, loud and long. Don't be shy. Deep inhale. So. Let's do the nasal passages, the eye sockets, the ears. E, big broad smile with your mouth. E, another shade of blue. Deep inhale. Brain region now. The sound is sun, like sun in the sky, tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. Indigo. Again, feel the vibration there. Imagine the best. Deep inhale. Sun. Crown of the head now for mental sharpness. The sound is sum, lips together, like the end of the om. Feel the vibration there, sum. Violet, deep inhale. Just breathe normally. Just sitting quietly. Let's do Om now. Om contains all the colors. Take a deep inhale. Rest your knees. So these are two amazing breathing techniques. They'll make you feel nice. The sound breathing, it's like having a cup of coffee in the morning. If you do this, it restores the vibration, makes you feel nice, moves the energy around the body. It's very powerful, and of course, you have to believe in what you do. You go as far as you imagine. All right, so now let's do the key poses. So often in yoga, you see people doing some very fancy poses. So you don't need to do all these fancy poses. You can do this breathing exercise, you can do the poses we're going to show you in a minute, and you could do your practice probably in about 15 minutes. And if you do that every day, you'd be amazed about how it can change your body, your mind, your thoughts, and then your life. So let's give it a try. So the first pose is going to be the shoulder stand. So we're going to come onto the mat. You have two options here. You can start with the knees bent. If you feel comfortable, you can bring the legs straight. I'm going to show you with the legs straight first, just in case anybody has any shoulder issues. There's a lovely alternative. All you need to do is just bring your legs up straight, like this. And you can even put them against the wall. So you get all the benefits. You're starting to work on the thyroid area, okay? So this is an easy option. But for those who want to try a little bit more, come to a seated position at the end of your mat. And you're just going to gently roll back and bring your hands to your lower back here. Chin comes to the chest, the knees are in line with your hips. You don't need to go any further than here. If you feel comfortable, you can start to see if you can straighten the legs. If you feel comfortable here, you can push up and try and create a straight line from your chin to your toes. So remember, it's a shoulder stand, so don't dump into your neck, push into your shoulders. And then once you're here, close the eyes. Bring all the attention to the space between your forebrow. And break the pose. Come down. And just sit and relax for 2 breaths. Arms come by the side. It's one of the hardest poses of all. Most of us find it very hard to relax. Just bring the arms out by your side. Imagine you fainted. I'm going to show you one other variation. So if you have a block, you want to go and grab your block. Very simple. Just put the block underneath your sacrum there and just bring the legs up. So you need to find the comfortable position for you. So this gives you a little bit extra. Okay, so you need to find that comfortable position. Some yogis only do this pose for 25 minutes a day. That's how powerful this pose is. So if you can, try and stay for 10 to 15 breaths. Of course, if you're in any distress, come down. Asana is about being comfortable in the pose. Let's show one more variation of shoulder stand. You've probably seen this many times if you've done yoga or seen people do yoga. So we're here in our shoulder stand. The shoulder stand variation is a plow pose. So you can bring the knees here. You can bring the knees, just let them fall by your shoulders. Keep the hands here if you feel any tension. Some people can touch their feet down. If it's comfortable, you can start to straighten the legs and roll onto your shoulders. So any variation, and then you can bend your knees and bring them down by your ears. Of course, if this is too much, Happy Baby is an amazing alternative. So let's try this one together. Choose your variation. Let's come into the full shoulder stand first. So you roll back. So maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you're here. Close the eyes for a few moments. Now let's come into the plow. The knees come towards your forehead. Maybe by your ears, maybe one foot can touch, maybe the second, maybe you can bring both feet down. If it's comfortable, you can even bring the back of the feet onto the floor. Or the Happy Baby, all the attention now on that space between your forebrow. Remember, everybody's body's different, so you choose the pose that works for you. Gracefully break now. So you can bring your hands to your lower back. If it's comfortable, you can bring the hands to the floor. Come down one vertebra at a time. So it's very important to break the pose with as much grace as when you go in. So you don't want to do lots of jerks. Lie back onto the mat and relax. Again, switch everything off for 2 breaths. Now for the next, let's stretch our shoulders, our upper back, open our hearts. So you can bend the knees. So let's open our shoulders, our hearts, and our upper back. So bend the knees. First variation to get into fish pose. Push into the hands, lift your buttocks, bring the hands underneath, and sit onto your forearms. Then straighten your legs, lift the chest. Maybe you're here, or slowly find that place where you can bring the top of your head onto the mat. Second option, you can gently roll to one side and place one hand under there, then roll to the right, bring the left hand underneath, and then lift the chest again, bring the head down. If this is too much, don't worry, there's always a variation. We like to call this beach pose. So just bring the forearms down, looking forward, lift your chest. If you feel comfortable, you may start to bring the head down. But this is fine here too. So let's give this one a try together. So any variation you like. I'm going to do this one today. So bring the hands underneath the buttocks, straightening the legs, lift the chest. Bring the top of the head onto the mat, close your eyes. Break in the pose, push into your forearms, release the head, lie down, 2 breaths, so learn how to relax. You can let it all go. One more time, deep inhale, maybe pull the energy through your spine up through the crown. Exhaling everything you don't need. Legs come together, bring the arms over your head, pull yourself up to a sitting position. Let's do a forward stretch now. So for this one, it's very nice to basically bend your knees, pull the lower back in. If you can, grab your elbows. So see, the chest is glued to the thighs. So you don't want to be doing this. It's rounding your lower back. So bend the knees, pull the lower back in, grab the elbows. And then you can just walk the heels forward. Maybe this is enough for today, you stay here. But if you can go a little bit further, you'll find that the elbows will come down and you may grab your feet. And then gently push the feet forward unless you have the full pose. Keep the chest glued to your thighs. One last variation. You can always bring the feet a little bit wider and pull yourself forward here. Okay? So if you need to pull yourself forward here, pull yourself forward. So let's give this one a try. Grab your elbows. Slowly push the heels forward. Find your comfortable position. Maybe you just stay here. If it's available, grab your heels. Close the eyes. And break the pose. Coming up. Very good, everybody. So it's really powerful bringing the attention back here because you're increasing your concentration and your focus. This will make you feel better. It'll make you feel nice because constant attention here will release certain psychic energies in your head. It will help you in your everyday life in terms of focusing on something and not being distracted. So bringing the elbows underneath your shoulders. Let's do a back bend now. So we did a forward bend, now we're going to do the other way. So Sphinx pose. Feet together, elbows underneath your shoulders. So let's give it a try. Come onto your forearms, elbows underneath your shoulders, looking forward. Eyes are closing. If you keep concentrating, eventually it becomes a meditation as you keep the attention there. And gently break, bring your head down, bring the hands like a nice little pillow, rest the forehead. You're on the home stretch, just 2 more poses. So you may repeat the Sphinx pose. For the others, you may grab the corner of your mat, maybe the head's in line with the mat, and you can do your Cobra variation here. Or if you feel comfortable, bring the hands underneath your shoulders and then push up to your Cobra. So it may be here, it may be here. You do not want to lift your pubic bone off the mat. Keep the pubic bone down, push the back of the feet into the mat. And then relax the shoulders. All right, let's do it together. I'm going to grab the corners of the mat. Bring the top of the head in line. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, go. Everybody coming up. Find that comfortable position. And gently break. Come down. Bring your hands to a nice pillow. Just rest for 2 breaths. Now gently push yourself up, come up onto your knees, roll onto your left thigh, final twist. So let's twist the spine now. Legs are going to be nice and straight. Left hand on the outside of that right shin, right hand at the base. So don't be here, straighten the spine, lift the chest, look over your right shoulder. Healthy spine, healthy body. So we've bent forward, we've bent backwards, and now we're twisting. And break. Last one. Remember, when you're at home, always twist to the right first. Right hand on the outside that left shin, left hand at the base, lift the spine, look over your left shoulder, twist. So remember, you don't want to be here, lift, twist. And break the pose. So you have a complete sequence here that you could do probably in 15 to 20 minutes when you're at home. Last pose, one of the most important of all, lie back, just relax for 2 minutes. Switch everything off. You can imagine you've fainted. The body's becoming heavy. It's as if it's sinking into the floor. You're losing body sensation. Try and remain absolutely still and leave the body by itself. Slowly coming back. Notice your breath, your face, the body taking any small movements it likes. Maybe stretching the arms. Maybe rolling to one side. And then just come back to a comfortable sitting position for a few moments. Hands are locked in Jnana Mudra, index, finger and thumb. The eyes are closed. Nice straight spine, any seating position you like. Let's do the final Om together. Take a deep inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive and be compassionate to all beings. This concludes this practice.